We're looking at Fermi Inc., ticker FRMI today. It just had a pretty high-profile debut. People are already calling it the premier infrastructure play for the AI revolution. That's quite a claim.
It is, and the market seems to agree, at least initially. We're definitely looking at this as an aggressive buy recommendation. I mean, it debuted October 1st, 2025. They priced the IPO right at the top end, $21, pulled in about $682.5 million.
And then popped 55% on day one.
Exactly. A huge signal. That tells you a lot about the hype, maybe conviction around AI infrastructure right now.
Right. And the dual listing, NASDAQ and LSE, that signals global ambitions, doesn't it?
It certainly does. But I think the real question we need to unpack is why? Why this sudden excitement? What fundamental problem is Fermi trying to solve?
Good point. What's the core thesis?
Well, the foundation here is this idea of an impending AI energy crisis. It sounds dramatic, but AI training, running these models, it just eats power. We're seeing estimates like global data center power demand could jump 165% by 2030. The current grid, it just wasn't built for this kind of load or reliability.
Okay, so that's the bottleneck, and FRMI's answer is this private hypergrid. Can you break that down?
Yeah, simply put, it's vertically integrated. They build the power generation right next to their data centers. It's all behind the meter.
Behind the meter, meaning they generate and use their own power on site?
Precisely. They bypass the public grid, avoid its vulnerabilities, its capacity limits. It's structured as a REIT, too, a real estate investment trust.
Ah, so they have to distribute most earnings as dividends eventually.
That's the structure, yes. But the scale they're going for is, well, staggering. Project Matador, their flagship in Texas,
Right, Amarillo.
they're targeting 11 gigawatts by 2038. 11 gigawatts.
Yeah.
That's more peak power than Portugal uses.
Wow. Okay, and how do they plan to generate that much power? It can't all be solar day one.
No, it's what they call a hyper-redundant mix. If you're starting practical, bought a 600-megawatt electric natural gas plant, that gets their first gigawatt online, hopefully by end of 2026. Then they layer in solar storage.
And the big one, nuclear, right, the AP1000s.
That's the long-term, massive baseload plan. 4 Westinghouse AP1000 reactors. It's ambitious.
Let's talk moat, though, competitive advantage. If they're using known tech gas plants, AP1000s couldn't a big utility just copy this. Where's the unique edge?
That's a fair question. The argument is the moat isn't proprietary tech like software. It's physical.
Yeah.
It's the sheer scale that 11 GW target, the land control needed, navigating all the regulations, especially for nuclear and the capital. We're talking $50 billion build-out.
$50 billion. Okay.
Yeah. That immense capital requirement, the complexity is the moat. It's built of concrete, steel, and frankly, regulatory endurance.
Okay, let's pivot to the financials, because $50 billion sounds huge. And you mentioned their pre-revenue.
That's the crucial reality check. They are absolutely pre-revenue. They reported a net loss, I think it was $6.4 million for the first half of 2025. So this IPO money, the $682 million, that's vital. It gives them maybe, 12 to 24 months of runway? But the full $50 billion, that needs massive future financing, debt, equity, you name it.
So it's basically a late-stage venture bet, but on the public markets.
You could definitely frame it that way. And the risks are substantial.
Especially the execution risk, right?
Yeah.
Thinking about those AP1000s, Vaughtle in Georgia comes to mind. Years of delays, billions over budget.
That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
The history of building AP1000s, particularly in the U.S., is troubled. Huge delays, massive cost overruns, add in the whole NRC nuclear licensing process.
Yeah.
The execution risk here is sky high. Everything hinges on them delivering on time, on budget. Historically, that's been tough.
Okay, so summing this up for listeners, we have this aggressive buy idea tackling a massive problem AI's power needs with a bold, integrated solution. But it comes with absolutely enormous execution risk and requires staggering amounts of future capital.
That's the trade-off. It's asymmetric. If they pull this off, if they actually build these energy islands, they basically become the power plants of the 21st century digital economy. The upside could be transformative.
Right. It's not a bet on next quarter's earnings report?
Not at all. It's a long-term, decade-plus strategic vision you're buying into. Or getting against, depending on your view of that risk.
So the core question for you, the listener, is really about that risk tolerance. Are you willing to bet on the company aiming to own the literal power foundation for the AI giants, knowing the immense challenges ahead? Something to definitely mull over as FRMI tries to build out this vision. It's certainly one to watch.